decades, Silicon Valley has been the epicenter of technological innovation, churning out billionaires faster than anywhere in the world. But what if I told you the next wave of tech billionaires won't come from Silicon Valley? What if I told you they could come from anywhere in the world? Maybe even your own backyard. Right now, there are brilliant minds all over the globe developing groundbreaking artificial intelligence. From Bangalore to Bogota, from Nairobi to Nagoya, they're not looking for a quick buck. They're looking to solve real problems, to push the boundaries of what's possible with artificial intelligence. They are building projects that could reshape industries, transform healthcare, even solve some of humanity's greatest challenges. But here's the kicker. Most of them will never see the light of day. Why? Because traditional funding models are leaving these startups, visionary projects, in the dust. Venture capitalists are too busy chasing the next shiny object in their own backyard, while truly innovative AI startups struggle to get off the ground. It's not just unfair, it's a tragedy for progress. But what if there's a way to level the playing field? Enter Bitlauncher, the world's first platform where groundbreaking artificial intelligence meets the raw power of decentralized finance. Imagine a place where visionary AI projects aren't limited by geography or who they know, where their potential for impact, not their zip code, determines their success, and where you, yes you, can be part of this revolution from the ground up. In the next 55 minutes, I'm going to show you how Bitlauncher is rewriting the rules of tech innovation. You'll discover how open source projects on our platform could generate returns that make traditional tech investments look like pocket change, why our decentralized autonomous organizations, our DAO, puts you in the driver's seat of AI development. And most importantly, how you can be part of this revolution, potentially setting yourself up for generational wealth in the process. But before we dive in, I want you to understand something crucial. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. This is about being smart, strategic, forward-thinking. It's about recognizing value where others see obscurity. If you're the kind of person who understands that real wealth comes from cash flows, from backing solid fundamentals, and from getting in early on transformative technologies, then you're exactly who I'm talking to. But I've got to warn you, the opportunity I'm about to share is time sensitive. In fact, by this time next month, it might already be too late. So if you're ready to peek behind the curtain and see how the next generation of tech billionaires will be minted, stay with me. This is Bitlauncher, and this is your wake-up call. What you're looking at isn't just a graph, it's a glimpse into one of the greatest wealth creation opportunities of our lifetime, the artificial intelligence market. In 2022, this market was valued at around $136 billion. But hold on to your seats, because by 2030, it's projected to be a staggering $1.8 trillion. That's a growth of over 1,300% in just 8 years. To put that into perspective, that's the fastest growing technology since the internet in the 90s, smartphones in the 2000s, and even cryptocurrency in the last decade. But here's the trillion-dollar question. Who's reaping the rewards of this AI gold rush? I'll tell you who. It's the usual suspects, the tech giants, the Silicon Valley elite, the companies that are already worth hundreds of billions. They're snapping up every talented AI researcher and engineer they can find, and they're building walled gardens around their AI, keeping it locked away from the rest of us. So what does this mean for you and me? For the average capital contributor looking to get a piece of this trillion-dollar pie, it means we're left out in the cold. Traditional investment routes into AI closed. Chances of buying the next big AI startup before it hits the big leagues, slim to none. The bitter truth is, by the time most AI companies go public, the insiders already have made their fortunes. It's like arriving at the gold rush or the gold mine, only to find out that all the claims have been staked. But what if I told you there's a key, a way to unlock that potential of AI that big tech, for all their billions, can't fully grasp? Enter the world of open source AI. Open source AI is the rebel force in this story. It's AI development driven not by corporate interests, but by a global community of brilliant developers. They're driven by passion, by the pursuit of solutions to real-world problems, and by a vision of AI that serves humanity, not just shareholders. Now, you might be thinking, open source, isn't that just for hobbyists tinkering in their spare time? Think again, some of the most powerful technologies we use every day, Linux, Android, even elements of Mac OS, they have their deep roots in open source development. And when it comes to AI, open source projects are pushing the boundaries in ways that are making even tech giants take notice. Natural language processing, computer vision, predictive analytics. In many cases, open source AI is setting the pace and really catching up to closed source AI. But here's the $1 million question, or should I say the $1 trillion question. If open source AI has so much potential, why isn't it dominating the market? The answer is frustratingly simple: funding. These brilliant open source projects, despite their innovation, are starved for capital. They're David, armed with ingenuity, going up against the Goliaths of big tech, armed with billions. So it's not a fair fight. At least it hasn't been until now. This is where Bitlauncher enters the picture. We've created a platform that does something unprecedented. It bridges the gap between open source AI's explosive potential and the capital it needs to thrive. Imagine being able to back the next game-changing AI project, not after it's been acquired by Google or Facebook, but at the ground level. Imagine a stake in the next breakthrough, long before it hits mainstream. That's the opportunity. It's a chance to be part of the AI gold rush, and not as a spectator, but as a key player. The next segment, I'm going to break down exactly how Bitlauncher makes this possible. You'll see why this unique approach isn't just changing the game, it's creating an entirely new playing field. One where you don't need to be a tech insider or an accredited investor just to get in on the action. One where the next chapter of AI's meteoric rise is written by not a select few, but by a global community. And trust me, you'll want to be part of this story. By now, you've probably heard about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, maybe even some of the new players on the block. And if you're like most people, you've watched from the sidelines as early adopters turn pocket change into fortunes. The stories are almost mythical at this point. A pizza bot for 10,000 Bitcoin that could be worth hundreds of millions today. Ethereum investors who saw returns of over 10,000% in just a few years. But let's be honest, for every rags to riches tale, there are countless others who've been burned by the wild swings, speculative frenzies in the crypto world. So is that it? Is cryptocurrency just a high-stakes casino, a digital gold rush where only a few people strike it rich? What if I told you that we're barely scratching the surface of what cryptocurrency can do? That beneath the hype and the price charts lies a technological breakthrough, the potential to revolutionize how we fund and organize human endeavors. You see, at its core, cryptocurrency isn't just a digital money. It's a new way of reaching consensus, of aligning incentives, of bringing people together for a common goal without the need for centralized authorities. Think about how companies are funded and run today. You have a small group of VCs, a board of directors, and management team making all the decisions. Everyone else, or they're just along for the ride. But what if there was another way to harness the collective wisdom and resources of thousands, even millions of people? What if everyone who believed in a project could have a real stake in its success early, not just as passive investors or shareholders, but as active contributors? This is where cryptocurrency truly shines. Through mechanisms like tokens and smart contracts, we can create organizations that are transparent, democratic, and aligned with their community's interests. Now let's bring artificial intelligence back into this picture. What happens when we combine the problem-solving potential of AI with the organizational and fundraising power of cryptocurrency? You get a paradigm shift, a completely new model of innovation. This is exactly why we've built Bitlauncher, a platform where groundbreaking AI projects can help tap into not just the financial resources of a global community, but their skills, their networks, and their passionate support. Imagine an AI startup. In the traditional world, they might spend months, even years, courting VCs, giving away huge chunks of equity for the capital that they need to get off the ground. But on Bitlauncher, they can present their vision directly to a global audience, an audience that doesn't just invest with their wallets, but with their hearts and minds. Through our platform, supporters can buy tokens that represent a real stake in the project's future. They're not just speculating on a coin. They're fueling the development of AI that could change the world. And here's where it gets interesting. As the AI project grows, as it achieves milestones and gains users, the value of those tokens can increase. Early supporters are rewarded not just for their initial faith, but for their ongoing contributions to the project's success. It's like getting on the ground floor of the next tech giant, but with a level of transparency and community involvement that traditional equity just can't match. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. This sounds great in theory, but can it really work? Isn't this just another crypto pipe dream? I'm glad you asked, because in the next segment, I'm not just going to tell you how it works, I'm going to show you. We're going to dive into a real case study of a project that's already planned to be on Bitlauncher, a project that's not just challenging the AI status quo, but to disrupt this multi-billion-dollar industry. And more importantly, I'll reveal how you can be part of this revolution, not just as an observer, but as a key player in shaping the future of AI. But before we do that, I want you to understand something crucial. This opportunity I'm about to share isn't going to be around forever. Just like those early days of Bitcoin, there's a brief window where those who see the potential can position themselves for potentially life-changing returns. So if you're ready to see how AI and cryptocurrency are converging to create the next big wave of innovation and wealth creation, stay tuned. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to pull back the curtain on Bitlauncher. Now you might be thinking, another tech incubator, another crowdfunding platform. Let me stop you right there. Bitlauncher is something entirely different. It's the world's first launch pad designed exclusively for open source artificial intelligence projects. Let that sink in for a moment. And not just any startups, not a hodgepodge of random ideas, but laser focused on the one field that's poised to redefine every aspect of our lives, AI. What makes Bitlauncher unique? 4 game-changing pillars that set us apart from anything you've seen before. First, global access to high-potential AI startups. We're not limited by geography, and neither are you. That genius developer in Bangalore, that visionary team in Bucharest, they're no longer out of reach. Bitlauncher brings their groundbreaking projects right to your fingertips. Second, fair and transparent funding through batch auctions. Forget about backroom deals, privileged access. Our batch auction system, built on blockchain technology, ensures that everyone gets a fair shot. No bots, no front running, no shenanigans, just pure, transparent price discovery. Third, active participation in project governance. When you back a project on Bitlauncher, you're not just a passive capital contributor, you become a vital part of its decentralized autonomous organization, or DAO. You vote on key decisions, shape the project's direction, and have a real say in its future. It's democracy for the digital age. And fourth, the potential for significant returns through utility token appreciation. Each project on the platform has its own utility token. As the project grows, gains users, and generates value, the demand for these tokens can skyrocket. And as an early backer, you're perfectly positioned to benefit. Now let's geek out for a moment and look under the hood of this cutting-edge technology that powers Bitlauncher. We've integrated the battle-tested Gnosis auction protocol, ensuring that our token sales are resistant to manipulation and front-running. This isn't just about fairness, it's about protecting your capital contribution from day one. Our platform runs on the EVM, combining the robustness of Ethereum with the high performance and low fees of, for now, the EOS network, but we're planning to build our own. This means lightning fast transactions and minimal gas fees, so more of your money goes directly into backing projects you believe in. Security, we've got that covered too. With WebAuthn integration, we've made passwords a thing of the past. Your biometrics are your key. It's not just for convenience, it's for Knox level security for your digital assets. At the heart of the ecosystem is the Bitlauncher token. Think of it as your all-access pass to the future of AI. With Bitlauncher, you can participate in project token sales, staking governance decisions, and even earn rewards for contributing to the platform's security and growth. But here's where it gets really interesting. We've implemented a mint and burn mechanism that's designed to align the token's value with the success of our platform. As more projects launch and generate fees, a portion of those fees is used to buy back and burn Bitlauncher tokens from the open market. Basic economics tells us what happens next. decreasing supply plus increasing demand equals, well, I'll let you do the math. But let's be crystal clear. Bitlauncher is not a security, it's a utility token. We're not selling you shares in our company. We're giving you the keys to an entire ecosystem of AI innovation. Now, I can almost hear the skeptics out there. Sounds great on paper, but where's the proof? I'm glad you asked, because in the next segment, I want to introduce you to one of our projects that we have on our platform, projects that are not just theoretically exciting, but solving real-world problems. I'm going to introduce you to one of our projects, and then I'm going to show you exactly how you can get involved. Because let's face it, information without action is just entertainment. And we're not here to entertain. We're here to change the game. We're here to democratize the future of AI. Are you ready to take your place at the forefront of this revolution? Behind every groundbreaking platform, there's a team of visionaries. At Bitlauncher, where we've assembled a team that's been battle-tested in the trenches of finance, technology, and cryptocurrency. I'm the founder behind Bitlauncher, have an MBA, CFA designation, and nearly 2 decades split between finance and cutting-edge technology. Been deeply involved in cryptocurrency since mid-2012, long before it hit mainstream. I've orchestrated crypto conferences and events that have generated over $850,000 in revenue. But more than that, I've been relentlessly focused on one goal, bringing cryptocurrency adoption to the masses, and surrounded myself with a team that's dynamic and brilliant, full stack developers who eat, sleep, and breathe code, UI UX designers that can make complex systems feel like child's play, blockchain architects who see solutions where others see chaos. Our most valuable partnership is with you, our global community of developers, capital contributors, and AI enthusiasts. You're not just users, you're co-creators in the future we're building. Now, let's talk proof of concept, because in the world of startup, talk is cheap. Results, they're priceless. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you MasterBots, the first project to launch on our platform. MasterBots isn't just another chatbot platform, it's AI interaction reimagined. Forget about being a prompt engineer. MasterBots offers domain-specific chatbots, each loaded with comprehensive system instructions from the get-go. While platforms like ChatGPT require users to fine-tune their prompts constantly, MasterBots lets you dive right into your domain of interest. Finance, healthcare, education. Just pick your category and start chatting. And here's where it gets really interesting. See, the feature right here, that's conversation sharing. We allow your conversations and interactions to be public. And why is that revolutionary? Because it turns MasterBots into more of just a tool. It becomes a living, breathing community. Users follow others who are asking intriguing questions. They discover insights from bots they never knew existed. It's a social network powered by artificial intelligence. And for the platform, it's a goldmine of data and efficiency. Users search existing conversations, reducing redundant queries. This means our computational resources are dedicated to training and improving models, not repeating the same answers. MasterBots is on Bitlauncher for a reason. Our decentralized funding model, our community-driven approach, our commitment to open source development. It all aligns perfectly with its vision. But remember, MasterBots is just the beginning. It's the first domino in a long line of innovations waiting to fall. And with each success story, with each breakthrough project, the value proposition of our Bitlauncher platform and token grows stronger. You see, when you hold Bitlauncher, you're not just betting on one project. You're positioning yourself at the heart of an entire ecosystem of AI innovation. Now, I can already hear some people thinking, that's great, but how does that translate into returns for me? It's a fair question. MasterBots is built on utility tokens launched through Bitlauncher. As the platform grows, as more users flock to it, the demand for these tokens intensifies. It's simple economics, but it goes even deeper than that. Every interaction, every shared conversation, every new feature, as a token holder, you're not just passively watching from the sidelines. You're an active participant in this value creation. Think about the early days of companies like Google or Facebook. If you could go back in time knowing what you know now, wouldn't you want a piece of that action? Not just as a public market capital contributor, but as an early stage backer? That's the opportunity Bitlauncher presents. Not with hype, not with promises, but with real projects, real users, and real traction. In our next segment, we're going to dive into the nuts and bolts of how you can get involved. I'll walk you through the process of acquiring Bitlauncher tokens, participating in project launches, and positioning yourself at the forefront of this AI revolution. Because here's the thing. The future of AI isn't just a distant concept being written right now, one line of code at a time, one breakthrough at a time. The only question is, will you be part of that story? Let's talk about opportunity now. Not just any opportunity, but the kind that comes around once in a generation, the kind that separates visionaries from the crowd. But before we dive in, I want to make something crystal clear. What I'm about to share is not for everyone. If you're looking for a get-rich-quick scheme or the next meme coin to pump and dump, you're not in the right place. Bitlauncher is about creating value, tangible value. It's about backing projects that solve actual problems, not chasing the next hype cycle. Now let's break down our tokenomics because this is where things get really interesting. At the heart of our ecosystem is the Bitlauncher token, but unlike many tokens you might have encountered, ours follows a mint and burn model. What does that mean? Let me explain. Tokens are minted or created to reward contributions. Whether you're a developer improving our platform, a community member curating projects, or a backer funding the next big AI breakthrough, your efforts don't go unnoticed. They're quantified and rewarded with newly minted tokens. On the flip side, as our platform generates revenue from successful project launches, transaction fees, or premium services, a significant portion of that revenue is used to buy back tokens from the open market and burn them, permanently removing them from circulation. It's basic economics. Decreasing supply in the face of increasing demand leads to one outcome: appreciation and value. Now here's another crucial point. There was no pre-mine on Bitlauncher. Every single token in circulation was earned through contribution to the ecosystem. This isn't just fair, it's revolutionary. It means that early adopters, those who recognize the potential and act on it, have an unprecedented opportunity. Let's compare this to traditional equity models for a moment. In the old world, by the time a company goes public, the early employees and VCs have already reaped the lion's share of the gains. The average investor is just left fighting for crumbs. But with Bitlauncher, you have the chance to be there from day one, to back projects when they're just a glimmer in a developer's eye, to accumulate tokens not through speculation, but through real contribution and smart backing. Think back to the early days of Bitcoin or Ethereum. Those who truly understood the technology, who saw beyond the noise and recognized the fundamental value proposition, they didn't just profit, they changed their lives and the lives of generations to come. Now imagine being in that same position in the next game-changing AI project. A project that goes on to revolutionize software, finance, healthcare, technology. But here's the beauty of Bitlauncher. You're not betting on just one project. You're positioning yourself at the epicenter of an entire ecosystem of innovation. Every token you hold represents a stake in real solutions to real-world problems. It's not just about chasing the next pump. It's about creating lasting impact and reaping the well-deserved rewards of foresight and intelligent capital. Now, I want you to take a moment, really let that sink in. This isn't just about gambling on price movements. This is about something bigger. It's about aligning your capital contributions with your values. It's about saying, I believe in this future and I'm gonna help build it. So the question isn't, what could this token be worth in a year or 5 years? The real question is, what will this ecosystem achieve? How many groundbreaking AI solutions will it launch? How many lives will it change? And by extension, what will it mean to have been there from the beginning? I can't predict the future, no one can, but I can tell you this with absolute certainty. The AI revolution is happening. It's unstoppable. The only choice you have is whether you want to be on the sidelines or in the driver's seat. Bitlauncher isn't offering you a token, we're offering you a key to the future of AI development. In our final segment, I'm going to lay out exactly how you can get involved, the steps you need to take right now to secure your position in this ecosystem. Because while the potential is limitless, the opportunity for early adoption is by definition limited. So are you ready to take that first step? Now, I want to address something that's probably on your mind. You're thinking, this all sounds great, but what about the risks? We've all heard stories of crypto projects going south. Let me be crystal clear. There are no guarantees in capital contribution. Anyone who tells you otherwise is either naive or trying to pull the wool over your eyes. But here's what sets Bitlauncher apart. We've built our entire platform around minimizing those risks. First, our vetting. It's not just rigorous, it's downright unforgiving. Our team dives deep into every project. The technology, is it truly innovative? The team, do they have the skills and experience to execute? The market, is there a genuine need for this solution? We're not afraid to say no, because every no to a subpar project is a yes to preserving and protecting your capital. Our risk mitigation doesn't stop there. We've pioneered a milestone-based funding approach. What does that mean for you? Simple. Projects don't get a lump sum upfront. Instead, funding is released in stages tied to specific, measurable, and meaningful milestones. Think about it. Would you pay a contractor the full amount before they've even broken ground on your house? Of course not. So you pay as they progress. We apply the same principle here. This way, your capital is protected and projects are incentivized to deliver real results, not just promises. Now, let's talk about something revolutionary, our build in public ethos. In the traditional startup world, companies often operate in stealth mode, shrouded in secrecy. But secrecy breeds suspicion, and suspicion is the enemy of trust. That's why every project on Bitlauncher operates with radical transparency. We're supporting open source. Daily progress, challenges, pivots, it's all out in the open. This does two powerful things. It keeps projects accountable. It's hard to sweep problems under the rug when you're building in broad daylight. It allows the community to provide real-time feedback. Your insights can help shape the direction of these groundbreaking AI projects. Look, I'm not here to sugarcoat things. Capital contribution always carries risk. If you're looking for guaranteed returns, I'd suggest you put money in a savings account. Today's interest rates aren't that bad. It's not going to give you large gains. But if you're ready to be part of something transformative, you want to back the future of AI while knowing that every precaution has been taken to protect your capital, then Bitlauncher isn't just an option. We've designed every facet of our platform, from our merciless vetting to our milestone funding, from our transparency mandates to our community engagement, with one goal in mind: to tilt the odds in your favor. So are you ready to back the future the smart way? We've covered a lot of ground today, and I hope by now you can see why I'm excited about Bitlauncher. Let's quickly recap what makes this opportunity so unique. Number one, you're getting in on the ground floor of the next wave of the AI innovation. You're joining a platform built on transparency, fairness, and community-driven success. You're backed by a team with a proven track record, and you're protected by our rigorous risk mitigation strategies. But here's the thing, and I can't stress this enough: this opportunity won't last long. The nature of exponential technologies like AI is that they start slow and then they explode. Right now, we're in a crucial start slow phase. It's the calm before the storm. And that means two things. One, the potential for growth is staggering. We're talking about getting in on the ground floor of projects that could reshape entire industries. And two, the window for early adopters is closing fast. For our upcoming token sale, we've reserved a limited number of slots for visionary capital contributors like you. These slots give you priority access, but I expect them to fill up quickly. And I'll be blunt, once they're gone, they're gone. And the next time you hear about these projects, it'll probably be when they're making headlines and their tokens have already skyrocketed in value. So to make sure you don't miss out, it's simple. Visit bitlauncher.ai right now. You'll be guided through a straightforward process to secure your spot. Now, I want you to pause for a moment and really think about this. Where do you want to be in 5 years? Do you want to be on the sidelines, watching as others reap the rewards of the AI revolution? Or do you want to be right in the thick of it, actively shaping the future of technology? Because that's what Bitlauncher is offering you today. Not just a token, not just a platform, but a stake in the future. So don't wait. Don't hesitate, and above all, don't let this opportunity slip. Join us at Bitlauncher.ai. Secure a spot in the presale. Be part of something truly extraordinary. The future of AI is being written as we speak. Make sure your name is on that page. I'll see you in the inside. Now, I know you still might have questions. That's good. It means you're taking this seriously. So let's address some of the most common ones I hear. Is this just another crypto scheme? Absolutely not. Bitlauncher isn't about speculative trading or chasing the next meme coin. We're laser focused on real-world AI applications with tangible value. Our projects are vetted rigorously, and we prioritize sustainable growth over hype. Do I need to be a tech expert to participate? Not at all. While we're dealing with cutting-edge technology, we've designed Bitlauncher to be accessible. Our platform guides you every step of the way, and our community is always there for you. Remember, you're investing in innovation, not writing the code yourself. What if I miss out on this token sale? Look, there'll be other opportunities down the line, but let me be clear, they won't be like this. The ground floor potential, this is a unique moment. Future sales will likely come at higher valuations. That's just the reality of a growing platform. Is my capital contribution safe? As I mentioned earlier, all capital contributions carry risk, but Bitlauncher is engineered from the ground up to mitigate these risks. From our milestone-based funding approach to our build-in public philosophy, every aspect is designed with your security in mind. We can't eliminate risk, but we work tirelessly to manage it. You know, throughout my career, I've seen countless opportunities come and go. Some I acted on, others I let slip by. And I can tell you this with certainty. The regret of inaction is far more painful than the risk of action. Think about the early days of the internet, or smartphones, or even social media. There were skeptics then. People said, this will never catch on, it's too risky, and my personal favorite, I'll wait and see. But they waited, and you know what they saw. They saw others seize the opportunity and change the world. Right now, at this very moment, you're standing at a similar crossroads with AI. This technology isn't just the next big thing. It's poised to redefine every aspect of our lives. And Bitlauncher, we're not just riding that wave, we're aiming to shape its future direction. So I'm not here to just sell you on a token or a platform. I'm here to invite you to a movement, a community of visionaries who understand that the future isn't something that just happens to us. It's something we create. So don't let this moment pass you by. Don't resign yourself to being a spectator in this AI revolution. Be a participant, be a pioneer, be part of Bitlauncher. The next steps are simple. Just go to bitlauncher.ai right now. Follow the straightforward instructions to secure a spot. So time really is of the essence. You know, many years from now, when AI has transformed the world in ways we can barely imagine, people will look back at this moment right here, right now, as the turning point. They'll ask, where were you when this all began? I know where I'll be. The real question is, will you be there with me? Join us at bitlauncher.ai. Become part of this AI revolution, and your future self will thank you. The opportunity is here. The choice is yours. I hope to see you in the inside.